How you
Uh,
doing, brother?
I'm doing great, dude. I was telling everybody at work, I was like, I'm talking to this really cool guy tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I'm not. I'm old, brother. I lost my cool points 20 years ago.
Why don't you introduce yourself, man? Let the people know what you do.
Oh well, man. My name is Edwin, and along with my children, Lorraine and Edwin Jr., we run Legal Dope Swimbaits, a fishing lure company.
Heck yeah, man. And I would say I haven't seen like another bait maker that will like randomly like post stuff like you do, like, oh, working on this gill, should I release this? Oh, like look at this trout I've been working on, should I release this?
Yes, yes, I have. Well, man. I fought a lot of demons to be where I'm at. You know what I mean today, and I had to, endure a lot and stay positive through times where most people wouldn't, man. So as soon as I found out that my hands could work for something as artistic as making a lure, because I've never been able to do anything, it's been something that I use now, man, for mental health. Very, very deeply connected to a piece of wood when I have a blade in my hand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's for those hours that I'm whittling away. Uh, that's when I'm the most happiest, man, the most at peace. And I don't sell. I mean, I have over 200 profiles that have been molded. Haven't sold nowhere near that much. It's more so about the art and the benefit of people catching fish than it is money. Uh, you know, uh, I think anyway. I could have 200 profiles out released. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, dude, and like you have a super like interesting backstory. You kind of touched on it a little bit. You fought a lot of demons. You had a kind of a rough upbringing.
Yeah, man. It was rough from the time I was born. Uh, uh, I really don't know where I thought that wanting to be part of gangs and uh, be the best at that, or be the best at who sold the most drugs or shot the most people, or whatever happens, man. When you grow up, man, in the inner cities and the hoods, like I grew up at, that's just what I did, man. And me and my family and my homeboys, we excelled at it. So that's all I was used to, man. Destroyed my whole life over it, man. Spent most of my life locked away because of it, like a dog. And I did hard time. I had no family. Never seen the inside of a visitation room. So all them, 10 to 12 years that I did, man, I did alone. Finally, it registered that I needed to change and do something different, man. Got out. Long story short, got my kids out of foster care. They've been through a lot. Got them through their education, man. They graduated, and we started a business together. So there's always, I mean, God is good, brother. There's a lot that happens, man, when a person's actually really willing to change. And a lot of my colleagues in that old life, a lot of the guys don't make it. You know what I mean? I've been through so many wakes and funerals as a youngster, bro, and all my homeboys and friends have been picked up, or picked off, or they're, locked up for life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm blessed today, man, because that could have been me. But here I am on a podcast with Wyatt, man.
Yeah, dude. Here I am on the podcast with Edwin. Dude, like I work in corrections. I work with kids, man.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, so I'm like, guys, you don't gotta gang bang. Like
Yeah.
some of these kids live in like really good areas for fishing. I'm like, dude, like when you get out of here, you need a hobby. You need something to like not keep you like doing the same
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and fishing was always my solace, man. Fishing, I've always, like I've told in my other podcast, man, is that I've been fishing since I was a baby. My family, they're from Puerto Rico. We're from an island where we had to eat to fish. I mean, fish to eat when I was young. That's that dyslexia kicking in. But so I grew up fishing, man, and I was always my out. No matter how much bad I was doing or where I was at, that's something that I knew that I could always do, and I've always done. So that's the blessing that my family taught me that when I was young enough. That way, I carried it on into my life and into my adulthood, because ultimately, it's what saved my life. Deeply. I don't know what again. Every time I come out of a situation, I always reach for a fishing rod. It's always been something I've always done, man. Or something I've tried to introduce people to. I'll get myself back into it, getting somebody else into it. That's how it always was back in the day. You know, and yeah, around 2013, I got onto the group Swimbaits. We have been fishing Swimbaits a while in Kansas because we fishing for flatheads,
Mhm.
for big flatheads on the river. And I don't know if you've heard about that or not, but you can it's verifiable through Manhattan, Kansas. There's a tackle shop on Turtle Creek Lake. They have all the trophy cat pictures up and the swim baits that they use. And we're talking about big plastic swim baits, 7 to 10 inch soft baits, man. So
Mhm.
we've been using those for catfish, man, ever since I was young on that river, man. So picked up a rod and started fishing for bass. So ultimately, man, we started using swim baits like Savage Gear and stuff like that, and you know, here we are today, man. Started using them for bass, and I've been in the community for a long time. I got my daughter into fishing after getting her back, and she got really good. So we started posting a bunch of fish pics on the pages. It got a bit popular because we were in Kansas catching good fish.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we ended up getting pretty popular. So builders wanted us to test baits. I had a couple builders that looked out for me, and I tested their lures. And I also was ambassador for a couple companies, and they would fly me to events, and I'd go hang out and stuff like that. I did a Cabela's swim bait seminar where I got to use their big tank and stuff like that. So I've been blessed, to had to start had started something that people actually like, and it's also saved my life.
Mhm. No, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that, especially like anytime I've been going through a hard time, and I'm like, God, I don't even want to go out and fish. I force myself to do that because I know once I get out there, it's like no
Yeah.
matter what I got going on, it's gonna be better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. That's the thing about fishing and the community. More so the community, man. Fishing has always been good to me, man. Just being on the water. But what I never got to experience, man, is the community, the online community that came along with it.
Mhm.
And like I said, years over the years, man, they've shown me why I should have changed a long time ago. You know what I mean? Uh, it's just been a blessing, bro. The support that I've had, man. I'm so grateful for it, and that's the only reason that I can sell a lure now. You know.
Not exactly, man. And so, as far as like making baits and everything goes, like your your son and your daughter are involved with it. What's kind of their role in the whole process?
Everybody has their job, man. My daughter, she's intricate with her hands, so she likes to. She does actually all the. Well, not all of it. I do a lot of the pouring also, but most of the cranks and stuff, she 100% pours. Anything with a lip or a bill, or some of the swimmers, she pours all of that. Once she pours them, they come out of the mold and they go to my son where he processes them and puts them together. And then once they're put together, they're finished. I paint,
Hmm.
you know, and either my son or I clear. So we all have a position. I deal with the online stuff, the the business and keeping us out there, uh, with the pictures of the baits. But I'm horrible at marketing. I have no idea. I post on Instagram every once in a while. It's never really consistent, and I run my business from my family page on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Blessed to have the people that enjoy my stuff that I have, man. With me not even knowing how to get it out there good.
Yeah, and your baits are like the secondhand market for your baits are crazy, dude. I seen a tiny tum for $120 today on Underground. I was like, I
Yeah,
should have picked it up, but my girlfriend would have killed me.
yeah. The market right now is a little strange, but yeah, I'm just I stopped making those baits too. Those are basically discontinued baits. Those the super tinies. I'm getting into making a little bit more glides and swimmers now. So
So as far as like starting out, you're carving wood, you're carving masters. Like how big was the learning curve for you to like learn how to paint, learn to do the resins?
oh my god, bro. That's why I always give ode to the guys that are doing it now, because it took me at least a year to get anything, man. Like my first baits were so bad, and I would cut my hands up so much. I would stay in the room, man, and beat it down until I got it, though. I've seen that it's been easy for some guys, man. They'll make something that looks good, and then they paint stuff, man. They learn how to paint. But that's never been us. It's been a grind for me, man. It wasn't easy at all, bro.
No, but I think like your paints now are super cool though. Like you definitely got your like own style to it.
I hope. All I can do, man, is my best. Outside looking in, it's all trash. If it's me saying it, it's like, man, I always look at them like, man, what can I do to do better? And this is after learning how to paint from not knowing how to do anything, man, to paint jobs that people like, and like you say, that they're nice paint jobs.
No, for sure, dude. And like I guess like like starting out with legal dope and everything, it sounds like COVID was kind of a blessing in disguise for you because it got you away
Oh
from
boy.
what you were doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it wasn't bad what I was doing. It's just that I was just a statistic of one of the people that got laid off,
Hmm.
during the whole COVID thing. So uh, I was making good money at my job. I was a freight broker, so uh, I was blessed even for that job, because I was doing well even. But then COVID happened, and I got laid off, and they started doing the the enhancements and all that stuff. And instead of taking that money and blowing it like most of the world was, you know what I mean? I was taking every single dollar I had and I was reinvesting it back into myself. So I just buy shop equipment, saws, sanders, you know, stuff like that, until I had everything I thought I needed, or I even bought stuff that I didn't need, thinking it was stuff that I needed, till I learned, what it was that I had to dial in. But anyway, I invested in myself. Also, uh, shout out to Brendan Banks, man. I don't think that I've ever, I have, I think that I've given no but ode to Brendan Banks. He works with KGB a lot, but he had also helped me out at some point in time where I was financially bad. And I also took that help and reinvested it back into my business. So also a blessing to him, man, because without that, him and these guys, man, I wouldn't have ever, or even, I thank the whole COVID stuff, man, because I would have never stepping out of my comfort zone. I just been like like I usually get up, go to work, make sure I get a check and take care of my kids.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And then as far as like you making baits and everything. So like, what's been one of the favorite baits that you've ever created?
Just the original Tum Tum.
Yeah.
That's been my favorite. That's my favorite bait. That's the one that I catch the most fish on personally, and that is my like the first bait that I carved. I carved a lot before, but I think that's the bait I carved, man, to solidify that I was gonna do this for a long time. You know,
That's the magnum opus.
the magnum opus, my son says. Yeah, that
What?
was it. That was the one that catapulted me, in my opinion, and so I always be grateful to that bait, and that's my number one.
And like now you guys are kind of move because like I seen on Instagram a while back, you guys are kind of moving away from like the tums and whatever. And you said you're doing more glides now.
Yeah, more glides, swimmer baits. I did just make another crank yesterday. Carved it up and is ready for molded. I did it all in about a couple hours. But so I don't know what I'll do with that. I don't know if it'll go back into the mold box or if it'll be something that I produce. But you know, I enjoyed making it.
Yeah. So like, what's one of the baits that you've made where you maybe you thought, oh, this ain't it, but actually did really well with selling and everything.
Oh, which one?
The new baby.
Oh no, I knew that was gonna be crazy. It was my first glide bait, so new baby was gonna blast off anyway. Uh, I would say um,
Rafe.
the Wraith.
Rafe.
Yeah, my Wraith, my crappie profile.
Hmm.
I really didn't like it.
Too many fins.
Yeah, I added too many fins, and I thought after the fact it looked goofy. But
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, everybody likes it, so I'm getting ready to do a drop here soon of like 20 of them. So
Yeah, man. I don't think like I think whatever you put out, Edwin, I think people are really gonna like. Like your like the Tums, super duper cool.
yes,
The Joeys are super cool.
yes.
Like how did you get like inspiration to do like a kangaroo mouse lure?
Texas, man, I seen one
Yeah, we were messing around over at Welsh.
messing around at the lake, man, and we seen one running around, and he got into the water and started swimming. I was like, wait a minute, that's Texas kangaroo rat, and so I just instead of being a regular rat, I just made a kangaroo rat. You know, I always try to go to be different.
Hmm.
That's why it took me so long to make a shad because there were so many shads out there.
Oh, for sure.
You know, all that, man. But my shad is very different. I don't know if you see my new one, but
Yeah, I think I've seen it posted up, and you got pre-orders out on those now.
no, 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 no,
No.
no. I'm done. I'm no longer. See, the thing is that. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. See, the thing is that I was accommodating with pre-orders, man, because there was so many people, and me being who I am, you know, I never wanted to lose anybody's business. You know what I mean? So I just took their order, you know, and so I'm always behind, man, you know, and ever since I've done no pre-orders since Due Babies, so we're working on catching up, man, so we can just do regular drops, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working towards, man, just to make like, you know, 10 to 20 baits, man, and of all my different things, you know, because I have so much stuff, so it ain't like I'm gonna do 100 of this, you know, and then 100, maybe just a few of each, you know what I mean? Do 10 or 20 of this and 10 to 20 of that. You know, I think that that'll go over well, you know.
Hmm. Well, like with the drop, it's like you either get in or you don't, which can suck when you don't get in on a drop, but it is what it is.
Yeah, drops just build when you get people all the baits or get them in for your baits, it kind of kills the hype. And that's what I've always wanted, you know what I mean? For somebody to message me, get a bait, my baits don't skyrocket, you know what I mean? It stays relatively good pricing so everybody can get one. So that was my goal, man. Take everybody's orders also so they don't, you know, so the baits just, everything doesn't get out of hand, you know. But I'm switching it up to drops. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah. So like, what's kind of your plan for your next drop? What baits are you gonna be doing?
I think that the guys are asking me to do reefs, so I'm gonna do maybe like 10 to 15 reefs,
Mhm.
and then after that, man, I'll. It just depends on what I'm working on at the time. But definitely some reefs. Guys want some reefs, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it for them.
Yeah. And like the thing. So like, what are some baits that like you're not gonna do going forward? Because it seems like that's kind of where you're going.
Tom Tums are done.
Mhm.
Uh, Slap trouts are done. A lot of my stuff, man. Tiny Tums, regular Tiny Tums done. Super Tinies I might bring back next year in small amounts. Big Nuisance is done. Three-piece Nuisance is over with. A bunch of stuff, man. Everything but what I'm working on now, man, is heavily discontinued. I just moved past it, man. People buy some. People catch fish on them. They love them. And the best, I mean, I'm talking about the fish.
Mhm.
They've been catching fish, winning tournaments, uh, and that's about all you can ask for, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. And I don't know. It's just so interesting because you have just this whole wide variety of baits. But oh man, let me because I seen one of your Instagram posts here like recently. I don't remember what exactly the bait is, but I know you've done a couple baits where you've had like the Texas outline on the gill plate.
Yeah.
That's super cool, dude.
Yeah, I tried to carve it in by hand, and you could see it, but it wasn't clear. So I sent it to get rendered and done 3D so it'll look a lot better. And I'm thinking that it was a hit with the do babies, and I'm thinking with the shad
Oh
is
yeah,
gonna be okay too.
yeah, with the dope shad.
Yep.
So do you send that out to like Row, or do you have a
No,
different
no, no,
dude
no,
for that?
no. I use Boone Industries.
I gotcha.
Alex Boone. Hit him up if you need CAD work.
Definitely will. I don't like I make some baits. I mean nowhere like what you make. Your stuff's like up here. My shit's down
Or
here.
anybody listening, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Yeah.
anybody, I'm just If anybody need any CAD work here, but hey, bro, you can get good. I promise you. I'm the example. I was horrible.
I got this. I got this little balsa mouse lure on drying right now with just epoxied it last night. But that's like a little niche bait that I made for brown trout up here for
Yeah.
night fishing. So I think that'll be pretty sweet.
Base fun. Let me see it when you get done.
I'll send you a picture.
Sweet.
So with with your setup and everything, and you know, you guys each have your thing. What's your paint setup like?
It's just oh man, I'm like I use like auto clear stuff.
Mhm.
So I use the water LPH 80 gun. Mostly when it gets too hot in Texas, I go matte clear
Mhm.
because I do have to clear coat outside. And when the temperature is very high, like it is in Texas, and the humidity, that gloss stuff is very volatile. It's very reactive, so it doesn't deal well in the heat. So we use a lot of matte clear coat when it gets warm outside, which people love. A lot of people don't use it, and yeah, I use a lot of like Createx paints, man. Still water based because man, I'm terrified of having to use solvent based paints at this time. Uh, yeah, man, it's pretty standard. It's not a. I'm a mess, and I paint a lot of baits at a time, man. So it's not pretty. It's a jumbled table of paint bottles everywhere, and
No, I get that. Especially like I don't know when you're airbrushing, you definitely gotta like be careful. It's like I'm pretty
Oh,
terrible
yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah. But you get so good once you do this. But like, if you were to see my gun, you wouldn't even understand how it sprays. But yeah, you just get good at the whole paint thing, man. Where you can move pretty quick and pretty sloppily and still create clean work.
Hmm. So like, what's kind of like your favorite like paint schemes to do?
Gills, because you can
Hmm.
you can jumble up colors. Yeah, bluegill colors, man. A lot of people hate painting bluegills, but I love it.
No, cause yeah, like I said, with a lot of like the stuff that you say jumbling up colors. You do like some cool stuff with like doing like a lot of orange or like lots of purples and stuff like that. It's sweet, dude.
Yeah, I love coloring lures, man. People always, but I mean, I grew up fishing for years, bro, and using crazy color crankbaits, man. Like clown colors and morning dawn and all that stuff, man. And fish ate the shit out of it. So put it on a swim bait, it should be the same, right?
Oh, sure, dude. And like you were talking earlier about like fishing for flatheads. I know other people when they even like they'll catch like a channel cat on their swim bait. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
that's dope. Like, I want to catch a channel cat on a bait.
Yeah. Channel cats eat bluegill swim baits a lot. They like the bluegill profile.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't. I think catching like huge flatheads on swim baits would be pretty cool. Cause you see
Yeah.
those dudes like over in Europe catching like the big Wells catfish on like big soft plastics and stuff.
Yeah. And excuse my podcast setup, man. I'm always on the move, man. We were just grabbing. I live far from town, so we had to come to town to grab a PPS setup and some clear coat and other materials to go right back home and go back to work. So
Yeah.
forgive me, guys, the watchers, for the whole
No,
Silverado podcast.
nah, it's all cool. Like, so like right now, just in our office, but like it's all my girlfriend's stuff. So it's like all of her books, her piano,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Just the blur background makes it look official, though.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you guys getting food while you're down there? While you going to town?
Oh yeah, we ate. Yeah, yeah. We There's this little mom and pop food place, soul food. We stopped by there. It's
No, so
nice.
I used to live down in Florida for a couple of years. And I tell you what, some of the best chicken I've ever had down there was from like sketchy gas stations in the middle of nowhere.
It's exactly what I got. Some wings, man. And it's like straight up soul food, man. Ghetto wings. My childhood. You know what I'm saying? It's good too, bro. It's so good. Yep.
So like what's you guys' fishing like right now? Are you still mainly going after flatheads or you do some bass fishing too?
Brother, the only fishing I do, man, is when I stand in front of the water and test 50 baits. I wish I had time to go fishing, brother. I'm in my house, bro, with my nose to the grindstone.
Yeah, that's what a
I
lot of
haven't had
like
a vacation in the last 5 years, man.
that's a lot of bait makers are like, yeah, if you wanna fish, don't make baits because you ain't gonna fish again.
Yeah, well, I mean, bait building, you got to keep on going because it's not going to make anybody rich. uh, we can't make enough. We can't get the production enough. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, man. It's just we just make we don't make a lot of them at a time. We never have, but we do try to take care of everybody that wants one. Whenever I do offer it, uh, grateful.
So what's your guys' like rod and reel setup? What do you guys
We
got going
use
on?
it. I use F5, man. F5, and right now I'm actually running A13. Is that what it's called? 13 fishing or A3? I think it's the real 17 pound co-poly or Iserline, whatever that is. I think it's co-poly.
Mm-hmm.
On F5s, and then I use a Abu Garcia, the JDM big shooter
Okay.
on an F5 867, I think. 20 pound line on that one. But I've been an ambassador for F5, man, for hell, I don't know how many years.
No, that's the thing. Like earlier, you were saying, you know, this like community, they help you out, you help them out. I seen a post earlier today. You're like, hey, like on Universe, hey, somebody was wanting this for the river. Like, don't remember who it was, but hit me up. I got this bait for you.
Yeah, man. I'm always in passing, bro. A kid, when I was just gonna gift him one of my in a color from his area. So he told me the color, but I get so many messages, man. I don't remember the kid's name, so I try to scroll through my inbox and I couldn't find him. So I'm making a post, see if I can find him, so I can send him this bait.
Yeah, have you found him yet?
Nope, ain't nobody. He ain't came forth yet, but I'll find him.
So like, you have like all these different baits that you've working on, and you say you can carve a bait up real quick, you know, grind it out in a couple hours. So kind of give us some insight of like what's gonna be coming out next, maybe.
Yeah, I just carved up a trout yesterday. It's like a 8 inch wake and crank. It's very sleek. Uh, you can probably go to Facebook and look at a picture if you have a phone on you. I posted it earlier. I got that swimmer that I just carved up a few days before that. It's a shad. I'll be doing that, and then I got that glide that I just got back from 3D that I posted on Universe. I'll be working on that. Got a bunch of stuff coming, man. It's overwhelming thinking about it, but yeah, if people are enjoying my stuff and they like my style, believe me, man, we got a bunch more stuff coming.
Dude, you just got. So you got. I'm watching the trout video right now, and I feel like this has been said in other podcasts, but you just got like these huge hands. You make this 8-inch bait look not that big.
That's what everybody says. That's my thing, man. And it and that's how I never mind, I almost said something funny.
No, dude, this trout is cool. And you have like a like this like certain style, you know, with how you do. You know, it's not on like your the dope shad, but like on the trout and on your other baits, you kind of got the stylization of like the angry look,
Yes,
like with the
yes.
like eyebrows.
Yes.
Oh, that's the legal dope mean mug.
Yeah, that's the legal dope mean mug. Yeah, we just uh try to add something, man, that differentiates mine from a lot of people, you know. And we like it. It looks good, you know. So why not?
Yeah, and like you could definitely tell it's like, oh, you know, that's a legal dope bait.
For sure.
And then you guys got all this like cool kind of merch as well, hats and shirts, stickers.
Yeah, well, the website's loaded up, man, and the designs are they're the designs are very very fashionable too, man. I'm into sneakers a lot. You know, I'm into Jordans and retros, and I've always been part of the sneaker culture. So when I went to go make my clothing, man, it had to be streetwear, not just fishing wear.
Hmm.
So to bridge both gaps, you know what I mean? So if you like to get fresh, man, and rock nice clothes, man, nice quality jeans and expensive kicks, man, go get you some legal dope shirts, man. If you're fishing and you like to fish out there and look good while you're fishing, go grab you some legal dope merch, man. It's for everybody.
Hmm. Yeah, you want to look cool for the fish, dude.
Man, you want to look cool for well, never mind. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, man, yeah. When I also decided, you know, the colors and the way I do my design or the way I get my designs made and stuff like that, man, they have to be also fashion forward, man, and be able to go with Gotta be able to wear it to the lake or wear it to your party. You know what I mean?
Mm. Nah, for sure, dude. And like, so are you coming up with these designs? Or you got somebody you work with?
I got a blessing, man. I got a guy that just sends me new art every couple months,
Oh, sweet, dude.
just out of nowhere. True story.
Yeah, and like you got your shirts. They come in like fat boy sizes for me.
All the way up, man. For me, they even fit. I even got some on it that fit me. We're loaded, man. Loaded for coon and tear a bear's ass up.
Hell yeah, man. Um, dude, that's fucking funny, dude. Dude, I'll say some. Dude, when I live down south, like I'll throw out some of those southern sayings that I learned like at work, and people will be like, "What the fuck? What are you saying?"
Well, no, man. That's just I grew up, bro, and that's just I'm old.
Dude,
I'm an older. I'm almost 50, man.
dude, well, I'll bust out like sayings like my dad said as well, and people just like look at me like I was walking across the floor. And it just got mopped. I was like, "Oh man, it's slicker than owl snot out here." And they're like,
One that I like to use that people always question me after the fact, like, huh? Is when somebody takes too long or something, or they're not doing something like or something needs to be done and they're not doing it. I tell them, hey man, barbecue or mildew. You know what I mean?
"I gotcha."
Cook or rot, right? Yeah.
Dude, so like, uh, I kind of say it like as a joke, but at work I'll be like, "Hey, you know what? Like if something's bothering me, I was like, man, you know what chaps my khakis?"
Chaps my khakis.
Yeah, people would just be like, "What does that even mean?" And I was like, I don't know, just burns my buns."
I've never even. That's a new one there. Ah, hell, man. But yeah, so honestly, man, I am the face of it all mostly. My kids are very antisocial when it comes to. My son like wanted to be law enforcement when he was young, so he never got into like the whole social media stuff. You know what I mean? So they're both of my son and my daughter. They rarely look or post on social media, so I have to be the one to do that, man. But this business don't run without them. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, especially they got their vital roles in it, and
Oh yeah. They do a lot, man. They do a lot, bro. They, you know.
well, like this is something that like they can continue on if you guys if you have
Yeah.
grandkids, hopefully that can continue on. Make like where would you like to see legal dope go for the future?
Man. I just hope that I think about this every day, right? So I should be prepared for this question, because Lord knows what economy is gonna do, or how people are gonna, or are people even gonna keep on fishing, swim baits where the sport grow. So my answer to something like that is, man, I just want to still be able to sell a bait. I have no big plans, bro, because I'm only at the mercy right now of my customers, man. Or people like you guys that care.
Yeah,
So where am I gonna be in the next 5 years? You tell me.
I don't know. Would you want to go the route of like developing out like having like a lure and then getting like an ABS plastic version made?
Yeah. I'm currently working on that right now.
Oh,
It's just
cool.
gonna cost a lot, but I'm
Yeah.
working on doing the ABS super tiny. Uh, and seeing how that goes. But yeah, no, I will say this, man. In the future, I just want to be able to teach my kids to create like I create, to carve like I carve.
Mhm.
So even after me, we can continue to have a mass amount of variety.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, and
So
like I know like other builders are kind of have like kind of in that direction. I know Caesar is really like toxic baits. He's
Yes.
really trying to go ABS and uh, still do his resin stuff, but also have some ABS offerings. And Mike Buka has some of whatever he has going on with the Buka brand, like ABS stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I don't think I'm that big, man, yet for it to make an impact, but I'm still looking into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, like the super tiny would be like pretty sick as a ABS bait because that's like people getting into swim baits, they could use that and it's not like super intimidating.
Yeah, no, no, no. It's very small.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's very very small. So it's a bait for everybody. And I just seen a young lady. Somebody posted a video. A young lady in VA at the G6 caught a big one on a super tiny.
Oh, sweet, dude.
Hell yeah, man! That made me happy.
Do you get out to any of like the gathering shows or stuff like that too
I
much?
went to the one that was here about 30 minutes from my home. But when it comes to traveling and taking time off, man, I don't have the time to do it right now.
Hmm.
So I couldn't go because I was taking orders. So there's no way that I'm gonna go sell a whole bunch of baits and sit at the gathering when I still got to get baits out to my customers. That's the priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think with how you like restructure things with doing drops, I think that might maybe open you up a little bit more.
Yes. I hope I can go to next year's if they have it.
Yeah. Cause like, you're the face of it. You gotta get that face out in front of people.
Nah, hell, man. The ugly face of it.
um,
It's nice in Texas though.
dude, it's So I'm up in like the Midwest. I'm up in South Dakota. It's 76 right now, but like when I go fishing tomorrow,
South Dakota is the Midwest.
yeah,
Huh.
like right above Iowa and Kansas.
Yeah.
It's 58 degrees tomorrow. That's the high.
I figured that. That's horrible.
Dude, it was crazy like living down in Florida how fast your body adjusts to the heat and humidity. And
Yeah.
like I don't know, I can't like right now I can't do the cold as much as I used to be able to growing up here.
Yeah, when you get old, man, that cold gets bitter.
Kind of going back into your baits. I know you've done like you kind of hinted at doing like some limited runs of wood baits. What are your what's your process with that?
Oh, we're not hinting. I have a surplus already sitting in the
Oh, yeah?
house. Yeah. I just gotta put them all together, man, and do a drop.
Yeah, because I've seen like on your Instagram, I've seen like Joey's and I've seen Tom's.
That's a new size of Joey too. That's not even the same.
And a new size of tongue.
And a whole new size of Tum. That's a middle child. It's called. It's just a touch bigger than super thinner,
Mhm.
and smaller than the regular tiny. It's in between those two, the middle child.
Yeah, they're super cool though, and like
Thank you.
the wood grain on them is really cool. And if you'd be able to like incorporate that into like your paint job, that'd be sick, dude.
What do you mean, like when I paint the wood,
Yeah, like
or
when
you
you
mean like on all my baits?
no, like on the wood baits, like when you paint. So you know how like Throwback has had like the woodies.
Oh yeah. You know, like transparent paint, where you can see the wood grain.
Yeah. See the wood grain a
Yeah,
little bit more.
I do that. There's some wood tiny Tums running around that I did that too. Yeah.
Oh, sick, dude. Um, I wasn't super prepared. We blew through like all my questions like real quick.
Yeah, and I gave detailed answers, so.
Yeah, hell
It
yeah,
wasn't for
dude.
it wasn't for the lack thereof. No, man. If people are listening, man, and what I want to give is always chase your dreams.
Mhm.
Never conform. Always get up. Uh, do what your mind tells you to do. Don't. If you've been thinking about starting something or investing in yourself and doing something different, creating your own income, not having to work for people, man. Uh, I'm telling you, dude, take the leap. Do it. There's nothing better, man, than doing things for yourself.
Oh, for sure, dude. Like,
If I can't chase your dreams, man. Chase your dreams, no matter how small, no matter how big. Don't quit. Give it hell.
for sure, dude. And like with all the stuff I do, this podcast, whatever. Like, I'm trying to take it more seriously, reach out to more people, to talk to them. And I was super fucking excited when you were like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that," and you were super. You it's the easiest person to like. Usually they're scheduling shit, but you were like, "Yeah, just whenever, man."
Yeah, and I'm always available because I'm willing to do things wherever. I know my life is busy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I just got to take things as they come.
Hell yeah, man. Do the kids have anything to add into it?
Uh, they've been chiming in. I've been telling them the chimes. There goes Oli. Say hi, baby.
Hi.
Hello.
What's going on? What's happening?
Turbo.
Turbo Maximus.
That's the crew, bro. It's just me and my fan, bro, making baits. So all that stuff you see, all those lures, all those different profiles, all of that stuff, man, that's all made by.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, any last little thing you want to add into it before we wrap up here?
Thank you very much to anybody that has ever supported or is gonna support Legal Dope. Um, this all started me just fishing them, and for many years I fished them. I fished them for a lot of years before I made any. I used the knowledge of the baits that I've tested, of the fish that I've caught, and incorporated all of that into building swim baits. I'm not just somebody that woke up and when I seen a bunch of swim baits and said, "Hey, I'm gonna make them," and never fished any. You know what I mean? I fished them for many years. I studied them. I used every single tile of bait that there possibly was. Every builder, big or small, all of them, Hinkles, your Pats, Phonies. This was years ago. And I used all the knowledge that I've ever learned, all the fish catching that I've done, and that's how I created Legal Dope. So my baits incorporate all these years of me fishing and learning, all my struggles from my past. All of it just turns into what we call today Legal Dope Swim Baits. Thank you guys for the support.
Hell yeah, dude. Where can people all find you at?
Facebook, Edwin Huilan Chardon. You can add me on Facebook or you can follow me on Instagram. It's better to hit me up on Facebook on my family page. I'd rather work as a regular human, as me, not as an entity like Legal Dope. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm more personable. I like to talk to people. We can have a conversation. Anybody can message me. My inbox is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't miss any. I'm very transparent about everything. So if you ever need to talk about anything about my lures, you need a question, anything, man, hit me up. Add me on Facebook. Let's chop it up.
Hell yeah, man. Go to Legal Dope. Get that dope shirt.
Yes, man. Go to the website, brother. Hit the website and get you some merch. It's fire merch, man. I mean, the designs are top notch in the swim bait game. I mean, they're up there. So I mean, go look at the designs, check them out, man. If you got some fresh retros, man, we got some shirts that'll match them.
Heck yeah, dude. Man, I appreciate you guys coming on. Like,
I'm more blessed you having me.
no, you're too kind. Just like a small podcast. Fucking everybody has a podcast now. I just wanted to talk to, I just want to talk to bait makers and you know, there's like everybody's pretty unique. Everybody's pretty cool. Got different
Yep.
stuff going on, different backgrounds.
You'll do well, buddy. Keep on going.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks so much.